Alright, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing well. This is Ampit Gaming, I am Ant, and today we're playing Dungeons 4. Now, I've played a little bit of Dungeons 3, I believe, and I played lots of Dungeon Keeper and the kind of spiritual predecessors to the games. That was weird, I just said predecessor at the same time that the narrator said predecessor. Anyway, I don't...
The entire overworld? No. One small
I don't really know what happens with these games, how each one is different from the other, but maybe we'll find out, we'll see.
All this was about to change once and for all, because the remote controlling evil sent its most vicious general into the field, the dark elf Talia. Talia, also known from the fabulous predecessor, came back from her vacation in a thoroughly good mood. Before that, she had defeated her
also
foster
known
father,
from the
paladin
fabulous predecessor.
Talos. This fact is important to note.
Kinda remember in the third one, she might be the main character.
For this last remaining village of heroes was protected by none other than Tristan, foster son of Tanos and Talia's stepbrother. This proud warrior in shining, his handsome heroic chest accentuating armor, was the last glimmer of hope for the forces of good.
Okay, so we're going up against our...
Talia, who had
Did she say stepbrother? Did he say stepbrother?
Really kick her stepbrother's ass.
Yeah, stepbrother.
And so our story begins.
I don't know. I don't think really the story isn't that important. I'm sure it will reveal itself along the way.
For their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the
he's
cheers of his men.
got some kind of special stuff he can
managed
do.
to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Talia, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch them smack dab in the mouth! Smash them in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha-ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. Ha! Today is gonna be a good day.
Talia seemed to be very sure of victory. Some might find this puzzling.
Hopefully
as it was
people-
the beginning of a long new campaign. But
People
okay,
who know the
maybe
series,
rest
maybe
of the
you can tell
missions
me
are
whether
nothing but
this
a
is
string of debauched victory
a
celebrations.
good representation or whether this is control WASD. Select unit. Go over here.
A few pitiful opponents.
Basic controls.
I'm gonna massacre you.
The size of this UI.
If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Talia's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Talia also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like
I
it.
mean, wannabe pro
right.
gamers. I don't.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Ah, 666. So where is Tristan? He's like over here. Okay. So go over here then.
Talia's mighty storm once again stood at her disposal.
Activate. Use the mission specific.
Did someone actually cage my subordinates? Forget that. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. Time to bust these things open.
Feels like she's-
Pulverize them. Nuke 'em.
Feels like she's moving at a much
The cage was
slower
destroyed
rate.
and creatures were freed.
Like the frame rate's been
Talia
dialed
freed
down.
all the creatures. Not to be outdone by her stepbrother, she too gave a brilliant speech.
Speech? Sure.
Maybe they made all the animations and they were like, well, we wanna
Punch the do-gooders right in the kisser.
we wanna give people more time.
Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants.
Yes. Very.
What's going on over here? As long as it's concentrated, fury is active, your creatures will become stronger. Okay.
Once again, Talia's fury descended to plunge the land into blackness.
Are these my guys? I don't know what these are. These look like ghosts.
Talia had reached the center of battle. With another
Oh,
brilliant
goodness,
speech,
look at this.
she goaded her creatures on one more time.
Another speech? Oh. Ding dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Talia's words, the creatures surged forward
Here we
and
go.
flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader. Or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right
it's
flanks
gone.
made progress impossible. Talia had to destroy them in order to receive further support.
Hasta la vista, hero boy.
Can I just control A? Healing beam. Alright, cool, yeah. Unity, yeah. Specific actions, unit selection. I don't know what that does. Anyway, how do, oh god. How do I select everybody? Oh, I've got
The
so
hero's
select
left
this.
defensive flank could no longer
Select,
withstand the
unselect. Oh,
breaching
there we
of those
go.
creatures. The hero's defense collapsed on the right flank. The monstrous evil's creatures flocked to Talia.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder.
I feel like normally I wouldn't be having this many people under my control, but we'll see. Select melee units, ranged units, okay. So I can kind of like create two sets and say, alright, you guys stay at the back, you guys go in the front. What's this? Ranged attack. Summons shadow tentacles. Oh, interesting. So, F2, onwards and upwards.
Talia, stepsister, you dare to show your face here after killing our foster father?
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here.
I guess that's what
he got.
we did in the previous game.
Hey, like father, like son.
Oh, I should use my shadow
You will
tentacles
pay for your deeds, sister.
here.
The light will protect me. Sister, turn from evil and come back to the side of good. See the power of light.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
Huh. As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just Jump
Can I-
straight to the point.
Yeah,
where
I can destroy the
really
portals.
Take over the world. Forward, creatures! Smash the portals! Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair.
So much going
The day
on.
may come when the courage of true heroes
What's this?
is
Army.
extinguished. When we abandon
Okay.
our companions,
I just want to
our
build
bonds
the
of friendship are
flipping
broken.
dungeon.
But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
Oh, didn't you spout that same bullshit earlier?
I think this is why I fell off with the last one, is because I was just like,
Not at all. I
There's
am
just
known
too
for
much-
my
there's too much going on.
speeches. Wicked
and
stepsister.
oh, what's
I
this?
seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak,
Like
in front of
everybody's
the
got some kind of
class,
special
you had to get a mop.
ability,
You'll pay for
and
that. Onward, faithful.
it's just
Destroy the
overwhelming for
evil.
me when I just want to build my cool dungeons.
All the magical portals have been destroyed.
There we
And
go.
with them, Tristan's shield went up in smoke.
That's the way I like it. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. I
Tentacles.
was just about to kick my stepbrother's butt.
Tentacles doing some good damage. Wait, where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's moved out of the tentacle range.
Join me. Together we can still save the world.
Does this mean
Can't
they're
you
dead?
just die and spare us all the embarrassing melodrama?
What's happening now?
Talia, this isn't the end.
Yeah,
We'll
generally,
meet again.
this game is not. I guess this is half of the way that this game works. Is they
With these words, Tristan quickly
from
created
like
a portal
Dungeon Keeper
and threw
onwards when it
himself
turned
through
into
it
like this
with the
dungeon.
blast of his
Although I don't
sword.
think it's the same
portal
people
closed
making them,
again
but
behind him.
it changed into dungeons and kind of became dungeons became
This was supposed to be my victory.
the spiritual successors of
What
Dungeon
the
Keeper. And
hell
in
kind of
dungeons,
glove is
you
that
can like
anyway?
go out onto the
Looks to me like
overworld and do
game
things like
design
that.
forgot to balance the thing properly.
Maybe the people in charge
There was
were
another
still
one
too
that
captivated by
Overlord, I
your
think, was
great
another one
speech.
that had this kind of element to it.
However, not of emotion.
As if the
Ah, it's the
bird
Infinity
brains these
Gauntlet.
evil creatures have needed grand speeches. A few skulls to bash in, and the social calendar for the evening is filled.
Well, each to their own. But apparently, Tristan had suffered a mishap, as the aforementioned magic glove still lay in the place where it was last used. It would seem that he had accidentally lost it.
Wonderful. This thing is just what I need. Très chic. I'll just grab that right away.
And so our story begins.
Victory, hooray.
Tristan had managed to give Talia the slip, but she had been able to capture his magic glove. The Gauntlet of Finitude, a fabled artifact. Unfortunately, UI overlays don't work in cutscenes, so Talia couldn't read just exactly what the glove did.
Haha, it's meta.
Nevertheless, she proudly presented it to the Absolute Evil in its form as the Dungeon Lord. And so misfortune took its course, because at the same time, Talia wanted to demonstrate how loudly she could snap her fingers. But this snap, which would go down in the history books as the Dungeon Lord snap, unleashed horrific forces that were discharged into the Dungeon Lord himself. As Talia rose to her feet, the gauntlet had disappeared, and the Dungeon Lord lay dying. Viewers often began to cry at this point, because it made them think back to the last really good superhero movie. Talia mourned for about 5 seconds. Talia had shattered the realms of good and served them onto the absolute evil on a silver
This is
platter,
very strange.
while it had actually done nothing at all. So Talia now became the absolute ruler. She had no clue about how to rule, but more than made up for it with hubris and consistently ignoring glaring problems. In addition, she surrounded herself with a staff of incompetent advisors. What could possibly go
Better
wrong?
call Snort.
10 minutes later, Tristan had captured Talia, locked her in a cage, and put the armies of absolute evil to flight. And so the story ends. We'll tell you how the story continues in overpriced microtransaction bites. Oh, wait, wrong script. That's a different developer. Hang in there, I've almost got it. While Talia was ignorant,
I wonder who they're trying to subtweet or call out or whatever it is.
To float through the ether. It wasn't about to admit defeat that easily.
I should say this game is on Game Pass, that's how I'm playing it. So
for better or for worse. And
there are
so
no
the
microtransactions
essence
as
of
far as I'm
absolute
aware.
evil set about commanding the perplexed-looking chaotic hordes and freeing Talia. Hammer time, round 2. The essence of absolute evil held the horde together and rose to the challenge of vicious dwarven engineering.
On to the next one.
Tristan! Let me out of this damned cage, you stupid little good elf. Otherwise, I'll have a hard time wringing your scrawny neck. What the hell do you want from me anyway?
Talia, stepsister, your deplorable deeds must not go unpunished. You have slain our foster father Tanos, a blasphemous affront to our goddess, whom you, to top it all off, have also slain. But we will have plenty of time to argue on our journey. I am here for the stone. Brynhild, if you please.
You know you can, you little cutie. Oi! Go on, you lazy lot. Get that destroyer of worlds class hammer going.
Thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Dungeons 4. Please hit subscribe as well as that bell button so you can see when the next episode comes out. And I'll see you all in a bit.
Could save her. It was amusing to leave Talia in the clutches of her brother. But on the other hand, without her help, the shapeless evil would probably just roam the countryside as a